I got it. Right, so you want me on... What are you?
Do you want to go on 2? So you're on the one next to me.
Okay.
I think your launch bar is already down, so turning on the ground might be a little bit much.
Yeah, it doesn't let you nose wheel steer properly.
Well, you can if you keep the nose with steering button pressed, but you're only on the standard mode, not on high.
Right, locked and loaded.
Right, well, your call.
What do we do after takeoff? Punch it to turn around or punch out or what?
Well, if you do what me and Sour did, it was make it up as you go along and see where your aircraft ends up.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Well, I'll do the same thing again.
If you break up, I'll break right, and if Sour's going to join us on a 3-way, then he can break left, can't he?
Yeah, Sour's at the back, so Sour, you go. When I say 1, you fire up. And when I say go, Zombie and me will fire up.
Alright.
All set?
Set.
So
3, 2, 1, go. There he goes.
I didn't launch. That was weird.
Sammy.
oh man,
Do you
what
throttle
did you
up?
do again?
The 40-inch monitor, Boonsturg, I had to send that back, which is really annoying because I love that monitor. But yeah, I can't really use it as a streamer though, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm off.
But it is a fantastic monitor.
Aww.
What happened?
Would help if I was clicked in DCS and not clicked out on something else.
Yeah, let me give you your punishment.
It's gonna fly over and flare at you now.
Come here.
You have 2 Westies. We got 1 Westie. Doyle, channel mascot. Wow, trying to shoot you out of the sky now.
Come on, Sammy, show me what you can. But keep an eye on your fuel.
Sounds like Viper talking to Maverick.
I've actually got a red warning light on the dash.
Have you taken damage?
No, I shot over him.
Oh, that's left barrow. That's fine.
Oh, I'm too right. I keep turning too late. I'm off the deck angle now. Don't think this is going to work out. Nah, don't like that. Don't like that. Bad approach.
You gonna make it?
Me, I flew over, I
Yeah.
aborted. Joe Hell, thank you for a year.
Somebody keep an eye on your fuel. Don't burn out it.
I got 6 tons.
Oh.
You seem to be aiming to miss the center line of the aircraft. I'm turning in way too late. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to go for the center line because the center line's off angle, isn't it? I'm trying to overshoot slightly, but I keep overshooting way too much. Disciple, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the Nut House. Just try to give myself a little bit more
Do you have your
time.
radar running receiver on?
You're supposed to land at an angle.
As in, what, the...
Yeah, the deck
The
is
radar
13
warning
degrees
receiver.
off from the carrier's course, but that line
Probably not,
on
actually.
the DDI is at the carrier's course. It's not at the deck angle. So if I overshoot the deck that line a little bit, in theory, I'll be more or less on the runway line. That's what I'm trying to do.
What did you want me to flick on?
No, it's alright. Just wondering, because I got you locked on all the time. Was wondering if you're not annoyed by the noise. I'm on your right.
Yeah, that would be what noise?
Ah, yeah, being locked on. Like...
So see the E bracket, I'm trying to bring it down. Like that, and then just trying to hold that E line there. That didn't feel like the fourth wire, that felt like the first wire. But it was a stable approach I had. That was probably my best approach yet, I think. That was quite stable.
I think Paul needs a buzz, Sour.
I'm on it.
Jealous thing. I had it within the E bracket then. Yeah, that was a lot more stable than I've done so far, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm a bit surprised he only hit the fourth
I
one,
think
though.
Paul just didn't notice that I was flying supersonic by him. Just a
No, I
couple
saw
feet.
you.
Oh, okay.
You flew about 2 meters off the deck.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think you can use the elevator now. You can't use the elevator on the deck, can you? Like to take you down.
No.
Okay, I believe we're good to go. Good evening from Denmark. I'm good, thank you. You coming in for a landing?
I do, yeah. Flying the pattern right now.
Scotty, mate, everybody on Twitch and YouTube's an expert. You should know that by now. That made a weird noise.
What did?
When your plane flew over?
It wasn't me. I'm currently on...
Oh, right, well, somebody flew over then.
Oh, okay. Southern base. Hornet ball 2.3.
Wait, what now? Have a look at Savamura's approach compared to mine. It's like way, way, way more stable. Third wire.
Okay.
No one's more of an expert than Pringle.
So I think the reason why you may have like some trouble getting into the
Who?
I think my mic just blacked out.
Yeah,
halfway
cuts out
through.
completely.
I think the reason why you can't really find your groove yet, you know, fly the proper the proper pattern yet is because you haven't seen an ideal case one recovery yet. So you cannot really reproduce something that you haven't seen before. Is that maybe right, or have you maybe seen like the 800 feet, 350 knots, and turn left to downwind, 800 feet, slowing down to approach speed, right? Sure. Stuff like that. Have you seen something like that before?
I watched Wags do it.
Do you remember how he did it?
Well, he didn't really tell you how he did it. He just showed you, like, you know, he didn't show you a lot of the stuff. He just talked about his speed and E-brackets and stuff, but I could do with more detail.
Okay.
I posted the link in the boat sim. Firefighter, do you mean the U-boat thing? They sent me a key for it. I could actually play it on Saturday, if you really want me to. The new play away game. Yay!
Saw me the last bus. Didn't it scare you as well? I saw some little shake in the floor.
Well, when I buzzed over, well,
Yeah.
when the HUD lights up with pull up, and you ignore it for a few seconds, yeah.
That was close. Yes, I've seen the Transport Fever 2 announcement. Yeah, that's like Q4 2019, isn't it? Using the deck then. I take it while you're on the deck you can get a refuel and stuff.
Yep, you can.
They announced a new Bond movie. Is that the last one for Daniel Craig? You hope so for Daniel, why? Hey, Mom! Oh, splash one.
Yep. My fuel just went... Just didn't respond, but what?
Your fuel?
You're blaming it on fuel not responding now.
No,
Well, that's a new one.
My throttle seemed to not do what I wanted it to do. But
What did you do? What did you do?
I splashed down in the water.
Okay. What did you do before you splashed into the water?
You binned it, that's what it
I
did.
think it's the usual thing where my mouse is somewhere else and it's not responding because it's not clicked into DCS.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
That is annoying when that
I
happens.
think it was that.
Although I think you control... Well, I don't know. I think your controls still work, don't they?
Well, they didn't just then, but yeah.
You feel dizzy upside down, lol. So, what was the other mission? That was rain or something?
Yep.
And what was the idea of that one? To make us fly out the sky, through the clouds?
Using the Taycan as a navigational aid for approach. So basically a localizer approach. Alright?
Okay.
You feeling up for it?
Oh, we can give it a whirl. Let me just land. Marksman Lynch, thank you for subbing. It's just a parachute. Oh, it's a bolter. Who was parachuting?
I thought I go first one.
Right. Right. Let me just eject and then we're going to change to the other mission then.
Can do.
Right, there we go. Let's see if I can land on the deck.
See if you can eject onto the deck.
I'm going to try. Whoop, there's a lot of forward.
No, that's an overshoot by a long way.
Yeah, there's a lot of forward momentum I didn't take account of. No, this water looks cold. Right, just want to change mission, I'm good.
Alright, let's do it.
Mr. Gibbons, thank you for 13 months, Mr. Gibbons. He's going full on the chocks though, is that you, something?
Yeah, well, I thought either the mission will restart or I'll shoot off one side.
They're very strong chocks.
There wasn't a single bit of wheel slip or anything.
Andy J. Stewart, welcome back. Imperator Rome. No. I think I've heard of it, but it's not really my thing.
Alright, startup approved.
Two starting up.
Let's get the show on the road, and it's basically simple. It's more like at least getting used to like working a little bit instrumental to get a feel of flying an approach where you at least have like a
No worries, given.
overcast.
That's cool.
Like we can do one approach, and then if there's enough time, we can actually go a little bit into more aggressive flying, and I can jump into an F5 aggressor, and you can try to hunt me down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's totally possible, isn't it, Paul?
Uh-huh. Battle Kettle, 4 years, mate. Did
Yeah,
I just
why
get a
not?
4-year degree? Absolutely, sir.
The
Thank
fact
you.
that
Enjoy
I
the
don't know
new
how to put
acorn.
that politely, so I'm not going to finish that sentence.
No, the Hornet is much better than the F5 and the turning rate, so it's more like playing cat and mouse. It is the hardcore variant to get used to the uptempo. Like you will get to a maybe stall speed, and to learn to not stall the outline and stuff like that. And why not have a little bit more fun while doing it? I mean, we don't need to have to if you don't want to. Just giving you the option.
We could try, see how it goes. Who we're flying with? Savamura and Somi. Three ready?
2 ready?
Damn, look at that, you're even faster than me.
Doesn't mean to say that we've done everything right, though.
Yeah, well, formation lights. Put them off. We don't need those.
Mickbone. I see Project Balkans and Pollen Rebuilding does not work the new Pro Mods 2.4. Well, 2.4 has only just come out, Mickbone, so you're probably going to have to wait for a fix for that. So it's hardly surprising, to be honest. I think 2.4 came out yesterday. The HMD, no. HMD. HMD. I don't know what the HMD is. I mean, that one? Video record? That?
Right side under the IR cool. Paul next.
What does it do?
You mean the HMD?
Yeah, it's the up front HUD.
What does it do?
The,
the HUD
helmet mounted display.
Oh, that one.
I'm not sure what Somi is trying to.
Because I'm watching the stream and people are trying to tell him, and he's looking on the left rather than on the right.
I know what it does to Killer. It gives you like the virtual thing wherever you look. .4 came out yesterday, Neil Lynch.
Okay, and let's do it for runway 13 left. So what heading do you set?
For 13 left.
Mm-hmm.
Well, simplistically 130, but without looking at the chart, I don't know what the heading is.
127.
Well, you looked at the chart. You cheated.
I didn't. It's the first time we have to put it in.
Yeah, Paul.
Huh? What?
Nothing. Alright, one is green jet. Taxi sequence, 1 free left.
2 green jet.
It's quite used to formation to see your speed and altitude. Well, it's not come on, Elange. I flicked the switch up, but it's not come on. And that says video record anyway. Oh, unless you mean that one. That's what you mean, isn't it?
Wow, look at all this taxiway compared to the boat.
And there's no chocks to deal with.
Chocks away!
That rain effect. I got a feeling in real life those raindroppers will probably just stick on the cockpit and sit there.
I think the canopy glass is like layered with this.
It's supposed to be heated, right?
Hmm?
It's supposed to be heated, right?
Isn't it supposed to like pearl off like it is you see in the front? If you taxi a little bit faster, you can see it.
Gavin
like
K, thank you for
curling
4
off
years as
left.
well. Thank you very much. Happy anniversary,
like that,
Sanjit.
isn't
Thanks
it?
for 31.
Not supposed to work.
So the heat from your blast, Sommy, should actually nicely dry out my canopy.
Have you got your windshield anti-ice to rain?
No.
Back right side behind the defog. Just below the canopy switch.
Wait, back right side. Is that right at the back?
Middle right side below the canopy switch.
Right, okay.
I don't know if it's any better. Mine looks a little bit different to what yours did, so.
We'll see. Not doing much at the moment.
Does the car windscreen instantly demist? No, it takes a little bit of time.
I want instant gratification. This is 2019. You're welcome, Gavin. Thank you, mate. Geez, what speed are they taxiing? They gone full toga on me? So one thing about the rig doesn't see much movement. See, when I saw that picture you posted, I could see that the base and then the arm came up, but I couldn't see what was going to stop
Good
it
to see
moving
you
laterally.
finally caught up, Zoe.
Well, between instructor and Paul and not wishing to hit into you, I had to basically stick my head out of the cockpit to see how far away you were, and then I just togered it, and then Paul complained that I blasted down the runway.
Okay.
Or taxiway.
Gotcha.
Good night, Nicholas. Well, we are doing like 50 knots down the taxiway, you know?
No, I'm doing like 25 at the moment.
I'm doing that M25 thing where I get up to somebody and then brake, and then you'll brake twice as hard.
Isn't it something like called a traffic snake? Traffic... Or what is it?
I know what you mean. It's like a Mexican wave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's domino effect kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like a shock wave of red lights. All
Well, I
the
could
way.
like
all the way until you get somebody who's left a sensible gap, and then it stops.
I mean, I could turn my position lights on and off, and I'm braking if you like.
No, I'm fine back here. I thought we were talking about motorway traffic. How often it rains here?
Well, supposedly, according to Google, it did one, so I thought, why not?
It did once.
Like in 1842. It's fracks from side to side, but it's quite rigid for the design. With your, you see, with your Fanatec wheel, I wonder, because I've got like the GT Omega one, and it's a similar design, and when I had my Fanatec wheel on, it was just laterally moving, so I ended up having to clamp it to the desk. So I have basically like two pieces of metal that are screwed onto the bottom of the desk and just fold away.
Configure.
And I just basically fold them out and have like a bolt and a wing nut and just attach it to the to stop it moving that way.
And we will already be.
I don't know if I try. I don't think I'll have
cloud
time.
base at 2,500 feet, and we're gonna pierce through it. We're gonna do a 20-second interval. As a reference, you can look at the time when I will release the brake. So the second one is then 20 seconds, and the third one 40 seconds from the time on.
Don't know, Mr. Gibbons. I'd have to look. I don't know which one I got in the end.
Well, without going too much into detail, you can then push to, let's go 400 speed, and a climb rate, well, on the ladder to about 7.5 degrees, between 5 and 10, like, to get out of here and to get over the clouds. Over the clouds we can rejoin, and then we can do a localized approach.
Are we gonna? How do we set the localizer up?
Well, we use Taycan basically. The Taycan is kind of our localizer.
So, intervals of 20 seconds. Climber maintains speed of 400.
Yep.
An angle of about 7.5-ish.
Yeah, correct.
Reform after the kites.
We will be through the clouds faster than you think.
Yeah. Any questions, Paul?
Okay, 2 line up left.
Well, I think you said 400 knots, 5 to 10 degree climb out, reform over the clouds. Was that it?
Hey.
Not bad considering I was listening to Mr. Squirrel at the same time.
Oh.
Unlikely, Mr. Sutherland.
Cup of tea.
Actually, she just brought me one.
Scumbag.
So we're going to try and find the runway after, like, through the clouds, guys. That's the plan here. We're going to fly above the clouds and try and get back to this runway using just the localizer. Put it in position.
Okay, flight running up. Two green.
3 green.
Sorry, 1 green.
2 green.
Okay, 1 release at 30.
I think she's bought me a cake, and I asked her to get me a walnut cake, and she went, "Walnut cake? What do you want a walnut? Is that your birthday cake?" I said, "Yeah. I don't like birthday cake. I don't like the icing." And she was like, "Do you want such and such?" I went, "No, I just want walnut cake. Just keep it simple." So she's got me a walnut cake, I think.
2 away. Your time second interval is 10 seconds past, Paul.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't call when I rolled, so...
Well, I saw you rolling on 50. I knew because Sava went on 30.
Just double checking.
Three airborne.
While you climb out, cross-check your HSI that you are maintaining radio.
That you're maintaining what?
Radio, the course.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cloud ceiling 5 to 100 feet. I'm gonna continue climb to 8,000.
We've got instrument.
Yeah, through the ceiling.
One leveling off 8,000 feet. And maintaining 400.
Above the clouds. It's a bit nicer up here, eh? What was the altitude again? 8,000.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mike Stern.
Do you guys see me? You got visual?
Yeah, I'm visual.
Closing it.
Okay. The one checking right.
Fluffy. Yeah, just to confirm, guys, I'm not live tomorrow. I'm live on Saturday and Sunday then. I don't know at the moment, IL. I'm still learning the aircraft, mate.
1 rolling out, reference heading 307.
You purchased what a month ago? Oh, the Hornet. It's a nice plane to fly, I've got to admit. I've flown it for just a few days now. For a few hours, really. But I'm really enjoying it.
It's much nicer up here than down there. Eh?
Just a little bit.
So the idea is actually very simple. That I will keep flying ahead for a little bit longer. I will align us yet again with the radial, and then one of you guys will then start the descent, and the other one will be on my wing, and we go for a waiting pattern, like one circle around, and then he will peel off, and then I will peel off. So because I was more focused on you guys prepared, being ready to fly, than having the theory in your head. It's more like seeing how it works when to fly alongside a radial, which you can see on your HSI, and when you then go pierce through the cloud, that you are then flying on the radial, and obviously because the take-in station is not on the runway but between those two runways, you would be flying relatively close alongside towards the runway, and then you can go visual and land. Because the next step would be that the cloud deck would be lower, and then you would have certain decision altitudes that you might then go around and miss the approach. But because the Persian Gulf map is, in quotation mark, relatively new, these kind of maps are not there yet, so we just eyeball it.
Thanks, Helipilot.
It's more important to understand the system than flying the exact pattern, right? Even the parts we just did, this is all fictional. I just made it all up, so we at least have some reference, and we have some takeoff practice and instrumental flying routes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still learning this formation flying Helipilot, but I've picked up quite a bit in the last couple of days. I was shockingly bad at first, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. So what we're doing now, in case you don't know, is we're flying parallel to the runway we took off in the opposite direction, and then we're going to basically turn and come back onto the runway heading and fly down through the clouds just using the localizer rather than the ILS. So much better on a bigger screen. Oh yeah. I did a video on the 49-inch widescreen monitor. It is pretty cool. Are you flying the Hornet, Helipilot? Or are you gone onto the Tomcat now?
Okay, one slowing down to 350. Slowly throttling back.
Hey, Rosie.
And flight check right.
You're getting the trails off his wingtips. It's kind of cool. Oh, we're going to fly into the sun. This is not good. He's going to be rolling out shortly.
Alright, we're close to the radial. Somi, you're going first.
Okay.
We are 25 DME at 8,000 feet. You can slow down to 250 knots. Important is that you maintain the radial, that you fly along the radial, and with the help of that, find the runway. Like, mind your altitude and mind your distance.
What are we doing?
Alright. Hold on. Okay, Sammy?
Yeah, all confirmed.
Alright. Okay, Paul, we're gonna go for a waiting pattern, checking left. We're gonna do a little bit high, tight turn. Like this.
Takes a lot of concentration doing this, blimey.